What's up everyone, welcome back to Mothership Rush to Rank 1. In the last episode we figured out our best PvP build yet. In PvC, I really like the Tempest build, so I'm probably going to try to refine that more. For PvT, I still have some really cool ideas. Let's begin. Alright, here we go. We're playing against Aquarion's Random. Alright, we played against his Zerg before. We might have played against his Protoss as well. I just remember that we played a ZVZ against him, which was kind of funny. But I'm not quite sure if we played against his other races yet. I mean, myself, I have played against both his Terran and his Protoss. But I'm not quite sure if that was on a video. And that's going to make this a little harder to decide what I have to do. Now, at least we're playing on the map for which it's good to expand on the low ground anyway. Like a fast expansion with a fast wall is always going to be pretty good here. I guess we'll just pylon scout to figure out what he is, because I feel like with the Mothership Rush, we have very specific builds for each matchup. Like, we're making Tempest against Zerg, right? Against Terran, we usually just rush it with 1,000,000 gateway units. Against Protoss, we kind of like proxy a Stargate, and then at some point we arrive at a Mothership. And I mean, PvP is always chaos. Like, you can't predict how that's going to go, but I guess, you know, if it is PvP, we do need to know that ASAP. Now, I guess if he is Protoss, he should probably be walling on the low ground as well. Else that would be a little weird. Now, I did see a game on this map where you can easily counter a Protoss player walling. Like, oh, we're playing against Zero, okay. It is because you can blink in the back here after killing the rocks. So there is a pretty easy way around one-gate expansions on this map. Guess, no, I'm not going to chrono boost that one more time. Guess I'll just chill in his base for a little bit, annoy him as much as I can. That is a pretty early spawning pool without a gas, so we have to keep that in mind. I definitely want to go for the Tempest build this game. Like, wait, on this map it's even better. Yo, guys, look at this natural. Tempest are going to be insane here. Okay, well, perfect that we rolled Zerg, I think, because that's going to be a really cool experiment. I would have hated if he was Protoss on this map and did that build against me where I can't expand while I'm trying to make a freaking Mothership. Like a blink call-in against me making a Mothership, it's just doesn't sound very pleasant to my ears. Maybe to you guys it sounds nice, but not to me. Definitely not. Now let's see when he's going to take the gas. I think the most important thing to scout is if he's going to make Zerg. It looks like he's not saving up larva for Zerglings, so that is nice. You still have to make a pylon. It's going to be... Okay, that wasn't a Zergling. Then we are pretty safe. It is definitely still a late gas, but keep in mind we are playing on a slightly unusual map, so maybe he just wants to take this a little faster or something like that, right? He hasn't mined it out yet, though, so it looks like we're good for now. Gonna saturate that gas as well. And it looks like there really is no Zerglings on the way, so that is nice. Guess I'll just make one Adept. I'll chrono boost it. That's gonna give me scouting. I do think Aquarion Zerg is pretty decent. I don't know what MMR he's at, but he's pretty high up in Grandmaster. Like, I want to say at least like rank 50, rank 70, something like that, right? Well, let me start Warp Gate. The Warp Gate I don't really want. No, actually, I do want it later. Never mind. I take that back. Sorry, Warp Gate upgrade. Didn't mean to do you like that. No, even if I go for Tempest, I end up making Mass Stalkers after. That was my build recently, so I guess I do really want that. Let's see. I guess I'll make one... I could make one Void Ray, or I could just go Fleet Beacon right away. I mean, I'm going to be able to make a Stalker, right? Well, I guess we'll see what it's gonna look like. If I make a unit now, I wouldn't be able to afford anything else for a long time. I'm going to shade directly into the main base. I want to be as annoying as possible. Here we go. That's just a fake shade that I'm going to divert to the right. And then I'm going to be able to target a bunch of these links down. Oh, he's going for a surround, which is quite interesting, I have to say. Like, I didn't expect the drones to come out. I'm going to be able to kill 2 drones here, I think. There we go. And he's going to expect me to shade out, but instead I'm going to be in the drones over here. Then I'm going to start the Fleet Beacon. I think I got 3 drones there, which is really nice. And now I'm going to start a second gateway as well, which I will be using to keep probably the Adept in. Oh, this is going to be a tough one. Guys, I want to start the gas, but ideally I didn't do it in front of the Overlord, but I can't really avoid that without, you know, making a Stargate unit, which would not be too expensive, I think. So here we go. 2 Stargate units. I guess one Tempest is going to be decently faster than the other. I'm not sure if it matters, though. I'm mostly afraid of a second Overlord coming from downtown over here. Like, that would be very annoying. I guess the 4 gases... I don't even think it's that suspicious. I was going to say it looks really suspicious. I don't even think it's that suspicious, to be honest. Like, it's just, I don't know. Could be like a DT drop or something. It kind of depends on how good his Protoss is, right? Like, is he going to get a read on this? Oh, there is an Overlord over there. I do not want that Overlord to get all the way over. Not quite sure if I can avoid it at this point. Let's see how much damage. Now the Stalker's probably going to kill that, right? Stalkers are a bit better than Marines against these things, I believe. So should be able to get it barely or barely not. Let's see. But even if it doesn't get it, I can move it over. One more shot. Come on. Hey, there we go. That is awesome. Okay, so we got 2 Tempest on the way already. Gonna have to keep making pylons. What's really nice about this map too, I didn't even think about it, is that I'm gonna be able to kind of fake him out. Like, this could be, you know, just a normal Skytos kind of 3-base opener, right? Because I have this very safe in-base base. He's not even going to be able to scout it now he lost his Overlord. Oh, wait, he's going for a Nidus, but I have Tempest out to counter it. Oh, no, that is brutal for him, I think. All right, so he wanted to go for a Nidus on this map, which makes a lot of sense, by the way, I have to say. I don't even... How did he even see that? Like, where the hell did the vision for that come from? I don't even know. Guess I'll now just go scout around with my Tempest. What sucks for me here, guys, is that that means that he has a lair, which means that he can make a Spire. Okay? That is not the best news ever. Like, he can make an instant Spire. So, where did the freaking Overlord go? I'm actually pretty curious now. Like, well, okay, well, interesting. I'm gonna make a Twilight now. I need one more Tempest, I believe. I still do want to go across the map, which is gonna be incredibly risky, but I guess we do have to take some risk here with this build. So it's gonna be 6 Tempest into the Mothership with mass Blink Stalkers. That is the play. Let's see. So I got 5 Tempest on the way now. Why is there nothing there? Oh my goodness! Why was there nothing in the wall? I am freaking insane sometimes, you know. I guess I'll just be able to force field out if he... Well, he's not even targeting the Zealot for some reason. He's probably putting a Nidus down somewhere else, but I feel like with that many Zerglings going down, I think we're kind of fine here, to be honest, even if there's a Nidus up there. I do think that the Corruptors are going to be on the way, so I really have to get my... what is it, like 8 gate Stalkers plus Mothership going. I think I really need to get it ASAP. God, imagine if I, for some reason, was warping units and I wouldn't have a unit available there. That would have been just absolutely horrible. All those links pouring in. I mean, I probably would have done decently against them, but still, I would have lost pros and we would have definitely been behind. Now, I'm even considering making some freaking workers because my opponent is also kind of doing an all-in here, right? Gonna be able to kill that really fast. Did I not get... Oh, no, I got the wrong upgrade. Oh, that is a huge mistake, actually, guys. I got the wrong upgrade. That's the first time I did that, actually. I got the Tectonic Destabilization, or no, I got the Flux Veins instead, the Void Ray upgrade. Oh, that is painful. Well, I guess he had a failed Nidus and we clicked the wrong upgrade. It's only fair now, right, guys? It's only fair. Probably just start one-shotting these queens like this. The problem is the hatcheries are gonna die way slower. Like, a big point of this build is to kill the hatcheries really fast before the Corruptors come out. But now they're gonna die like at half the speed. I guess I could still make it, and I'll just cancel it if the Corruptors are really as fast as I thought they would be. Now he's gonna lose at least one base. I'm gonna send this Mothership over there. Okay, there's the Corruptors already. Let's see. I don't know how many he has. I can probably get away with... No, it doesn't look like it. I'll kill one more Corruptor, and then I'm gonna dip. That's the plan. Okay, let's see. Didn't quite get that. And yeah, the Corruptors are super fast. Like I said, I would have killed that hatchery, guys. I 100% would have killed that hatchery if I had the upgrade there. So that is very, very painful. Now, I'm just going to go across and fly in. God, this is going to be really funny. I'm going to fly into his natural. He's probably coming across with the Corruptors if I had to guess. Let's see. Blink is going to finish in a second. He could have... what's it called? He could have a Zergling at this watchtower. He doesn't have... Wait, he's not even going to see it until I'm going to recall in his base? No way. That would be freaking brutal. I don't have a lot of force fields, though. That's like my weakest point over here. Here we go. I'm in his base right now, guys. This is going to be a massive freaking recall. Look at this. He can't even escape from this either. I like how there's a Nidus just chilling there. He's going to be like, wait, what? Exactly. GG is called instantly. This move had no counter. Okay, this works. I feel like this works like every single time. What happened here is Protoss players usually, when they play Skytos, they'll always go into like carriers with a macro game. Like this follow-up to the build in particular is so rare that look at what my opponent had. He made 12 Corruptors, well, 13, I guess, because I killed 1 or 2. Could have been 14, not quite sure. And then he only made drones. He had 8 gases, 70 workers. I don't know what else he was working on. Bailing Nest, didn't have a Roach Warren. I guess this, in the end, was a bit of a fake Nidus, or maybe he was trying to attack me with Lings and Queens because he should have had more, but there's just no answer to this at all. I have, even if it's just 1 sentry, I have 3 force fields here. I would have killed this entire base for free. If he attacks me with Corruptors, I can just warp in a couple more Stalkers there and kill it. And this build, I swear, I feel like it's so good against Zerg. I still haven't really studied on how to do it properly, but it still feels awesome every single time. Let's go for game number 2. All right, game number 2 is going to be against a Zerg again, 5630. Oh, by the way, the MMR of the last Zerg player was 5760, almost exactly, I believe. So that is really, really high. This Zerg player is going to be slightly below. But I am so excited, guys, because these Zergs are at an MMR where I would really struggle to beat them with my Protoss normally. But the Tempest build sometimes just makes them look like they're not even that great. And I mean, I think I'm executing it decently. I still think there's a lot of, improvement on the table there for me to take, but I'm executing it decently, but this feels really strong. This is one of the first builds I've done with Protoss in a while that really makes me feel like I could be the high MMR Zerg player with, Like, I feel like a long time ago, I want to say, think about like 5-6 years. Yeah, I think like 2018 sounds about right. I had a little stint where I was really playing a decent amount of Protoss. I love doing my cannon rushes against Zerg. I love doing glaives. And back then I was really good with glaive adept. So sometimes I would even take a game of an actual pro Zerg player, right? But I feel like those builds are not quite strong anymore. It's harder to surprise Zergs. And I didn't really have a build that I was confident with, going up against really good Zergs. But now, I don't know. I think if I don't want to get too confident here, but if I refine that build a little more, I could see myself take a game of a pro Zerg even, maybe. And that sounds crazy to say because my Protoss really is not in the best shape ever. Now, one thing that I do really enjoy, I've talked about it a bunch, by the way, but I'm going to say it. It's slightly different. But I've been enjoying so much, like, practicing with my other races. But what's really cool is that I can kind of see my off-race MMRs get really close to each other and to my Terran MMR. Like, they're really not so far apart anymore. Like, I know from a pro gamer perspective that, let's say a 6.5k MMR player starts playing off-race. They usually start at a decent minimum, which is like 5k or so, right? 5k to 5.5, so maybe there's a 1 to 1.5k MMR difference. Right now, I think the difference between my races is probably like 500 MMR at most, which is really freaking cool, I think. Like, that is really freaking cool. I would say if I went really hard on my Terran right now, like my tryhard games, I think I could probably be about 6.3k MMR. My Zerg is getting pretty close to 6k, and my Protoss might even be above 6k, judging by how well freaking Mothership rushes and doing challenges with mass DTs are going. Like, I got over 5.7k LMR doing mass DT builds only the other day, right? So I guess my Protoss might even be above 6k somehow, which is freaking insane. And I love that. Like, I thought it would be really hard to transition to kind of being like an all races kind of, content creator, I suppose. But seems like it's going very well for us, so that is awesome. Now, the Overlord is not really sticking around, so I guess I'm gonna... Should I make... No, actually, I think only one gas is fine, right? Like, I feel like it worked out perfectly fine for us the other game. The gas is a little bit later than it was last time, I believe. Just gonna go ahead, shade into the main. I do need to check the gold base. I'm pretty certain he's gonna take the gold just because it is super standard to take it. Yeah, exactly. The gold base... That's the reason why Protoss players don't like playing on this map, by the way. If you've ever wondered why this map is vetoed, I think I talked about it in the last Xerxes episode. This base is why, okay? You can't really do anything against it, to deny it at least. And it is so freaking good. It's 2 gases in 1. It's pure gold minerals. And yeah, there's just not much you can do against it, really. Okay, so I'm going to walk by and shade into the main. This is the plan. I do like this move because I can see... Oh, he does have Zerging speed already. That is quite fast. I'm going to cancel those a lot. Maybe I should have... That was a little bit of a misclick there. I think I might want to recall these, to be honest. Might be a little bit too late. Oh, I'm going to get 2 Zerglings there. Oh, this micro here is perfect. Look at this. Oh, no, that one Zergling in the back is going to make sure that it takes it down. That sucks for us. But still, I mean, we got some damage done. We distracted him a little bit, so that is quite nice. Let me just make sure I get in between the minerals here again. And maybe kill... one more Zergling. Okay, there we go. I was going to be very hopeful and say that I was going to kill 2 more, but that was probably a little bit too ambitious there. Now, I want to go up to 44 probes exactly. This one's... I was wondering. My saturation didn't look perfect. It's just one of the homies was following the other one. I'm going to make 2 adepts. Send this one to the main base. I'm not quite sure if I like this split. I also kind of want to... Oh, he's going to lose a couple Zerglings here. That's nice. I also kind of want to go out and pretend to take my 3rd base. I'm just surprised that the Overlord hasn't come back yet more than anything else. I think I might be missing a... Yeah, I am missing a pylon here. That sucks. Then I guess I'll go for the tectonic destabilizers here. Well, I guess it's not that bad because they are still going to finish at the relatively same time, right? So it's okay. Actually, I didn't even... Well, no, it's because we started the upgrade. I was going to say I didn't even have money for it, but no, that is because I started the upgrade. Still going to look pretty decent, though. Let's see if I can put some more pressure onto this gold base. That would be really, really nice. I don't think I'm really going to be able to do anything meaningful here, to be honest, but any distractions I can do, I'm always going to be pretty happy with. Now, I do need to be careful to not get all in without realizing it. Like, that could maybe be the most difficult thing. I remember one game on this map against Zerg we lost. We did indeed get all in. But yeah, just like a million roaches pretty much. So those, I think one might survive here. Oh, right into the queens as well. Well, thank goodness it died before, else that would have sucked. Okay, so we do get scouted. I'm just going to move all of them across them. I'm going to make... Like, I want to take a fake third base here, but I'm not quite sure if that's going to be working out with the amount of Zerglings that are on the map, mostly. Right, I'm going to send a probe over here. I guess I'll just kill the Zerglings for the meantime. Why not? Going to start 2 more gates because I'm not going to be able to take the third yet. Anyway, there we go. And this is going to be it for now. I'm going to start a Twilight Council, and then after, I will start the Mothership. I think that sounds about right. Let's see. Okay, exactly. This is what I was talking about. There's a bunch of units over here, and we found them. Wait, this is a mistake that I fixed from the last time that we lost on this map, which is actually super awesome. Like, I love fixing those random mistakes that we made, is that you have to go over the middle of the map so you can catch the reinforcements pretty much. Now, I do think I'm going to leave that be. I'm going to move across with the rest of these Tempests. Let me make sure to get 8 gates up. There we go. I mean, these units are going to be trading really well. Or well, they're not even going to be trading. It's free trades, right? So yeah, I'm going to start the Mothership. And okay, there's a lot of queens, so I need to make sure to run away in time. Let's get a couple more pylons up. Ideally, I have my 5th Tempest here, but they are busy killing units right now, and that is also very necessary. So let me kill that one. Come here. I know you want to die. No, not quite yet. Okay. I'm actually supply blocked for a little bit. I was hoping that I could make... Oh, no, I was trying to micro that one away. That's a little bit of a micro mistake, but as long as I have 5, it's always going to be okay. Like, I need 5 Tempest, and I still have those, so that's really nice. A little bit late on activating that one. It looks like we're still trading super, super well here, though. Like, there's so many units coming across. The only thing is that I imagine he's going to have Corruptors at some point, and... yeah, the power of the gold base, I guess we're just going to have to see how powerful it really is, right? Okay. Going to try to target that one down really fast. I mean, if he's not going to respond, it will die pretty much instantly. Like, look at the damage that these Tempests do on that. It's freaking crazy. Okay. Oh, the Corruptors are here already. I think I'll just have to go for it. I need to at least kill the gold base, I think. There we go. And then I'll save 4 of these Tempests. But yeah, the gold base does look very freaking powerful, I have to say, because those Corruptors finish very fast, despite him making way too many freaking units as well. So I think I'm going to sneak the Mothership all the way around. It's going to be... I'm not quite sure if I can get away with it, but I'm just going to give it a shot. I don't have recall, so this is a little bit of a risky play, you could say. But I mean, if I get away with it, that would be awesome. If it gets spotted, I will just make sure to converge on it with my Stalkers instantly. I think that sounds like the smartest idea. And maybe it's even better that if you look at my money, by the way, this build's pretty tight. Maybe it's even better that I had to cancel that third base. Oh, we're going to kill a bunch of Zerglings. That's really nice. He's now going to see my attack coming. But what he's not going to see coming is the recall into the freaking main base, guys. I think what I'm going to do, I've only seen Zerglings for a while. Okay, he sees the Mothership now. He's only seen Zerglings for a while. I'm going to warp in a couple Zealots here. Oh, this is going to be freaking massive, guys. Here we go. It is going to be such a big army into his main base. Look at that. It's freaking beautiful. It is so many units, guys. I can't quite force field that, unfortunately. I do have the, what's it called? The time warp still that I need to use. There we go. Okay, let me make sure to micro these a little bit. Couldn't quite get the, what's it called? The biles to hit on the Zerglings, unfortunately. It does look like he has a crazy amount of units still, I have to say. Like, there's more units than I was expecting. Seems like he was... I want to say he was overmaking units, to be fair, or he read me perfectly, or someone did this build against him before, because after losing that amount of economy, you're really supposed to just be making drones, especially after that recall. So I think we did get a little bit unlucky here. Now, we are getting some really good trades, so that is nice, as always. Got some more Stalkers coming up as well. Gonna blink these to the low ground as soon as I have to. Maybe I can actually get a couple of these Corruptors there. Not quite sure how meaningful it's gonna be. Now, I could always rebuild the Mothership. I mean, we did a decent amount of economic damage. Not really convinced that I did enough, to be honest. I wonder if there's anything we really could have done better. I really think, I'm going to be honest here, I don't want to be complaining or anything like that, but I think this map might just be too difficult because the amount of units he had compared to the damage I did, it didn't really seem proportionate at all. Like 176 supply. Let's just skip back to make sure there's not like a big mistake that I missed, because I lost one Tempest, which was not a huge deal, but look at the supply here already, guys. Like his income is 1,000 minerals a minute more before anything happened. And if you look at how many units he loses for free throughout this next entire sequence here, it's already like 1,000 resources more. But his supply is still so much higher. Like, I really think, like, he has a fourth base too, guys. Like, oh my goodness, a lair. Well, obviously the lair, but roach weed starting because of the lair. Yeah, I think on this map, we might have to try something else, or we just veto it. Like, from my first instinct here, like, I usually think about the game for a little bit, and then I come up with something else. So I'll let you guys know that in the next game. But my first instinct, this map is probably just not really winnable, to be honest, unless I block the gold base really fast. Like, maybe if the opponent doesn't take the gold base as their natural, I can block it. If they do take it as their natural, I might have to do a more drastic cheese. Because just going into here, like, I can tell, like, there's just not enough stuff for me. Like, I even killed the gold base, by the way, and saved 4 Tempest after killing the queens and killing all these units for free all the time. And it still was not enough by a long shot. Very tough game. Let's go to game number 3. Right, game number 3 is against a Protoss player, and I happen to know that this is a very cheesy Protoss player, so this is promising to be quite the game. Now, what I thought of in the break there between the games is that, yes, the map is definitely imbalanced, but I have another cool idea. I think if I play that map against a Zerg, maybe the next time I will open with a Forge and go for a Cannon Rush. I feel like that could really set me up for some good amount of chaos, because the gold base is really good, and I think I could really get a good start there by just Cannon Rushing multiple bases at the start. Now, it would be a weird Cannon Rush game because I would expand from it, so I can actually get to a point where I do a Mothership Rush, of course. But a Cannon Rush into a Mothership Rush maybe is the answer there, to be fair. So that's what I'm going to be trying next time. If that doesn't work, I was going to say I'll veto it, but maybe I'll come up with another solution. I also had a pretty cool idea. I was thinking maybe I could, instead of going for Blink, I could go for Charge and play Zealot Mass Sentry. I feel like, unless you're playing against Balings, that could be a pretty good composition there. Like, against Ravagers especially, I feel like the Stalkers are not that great. Like, Ling Ravager, you know, really does a number on Stalkers, I feel like, and Zealots would be better there. And since very little people play Banelings, or very few people, I should say, play Banelings, I think it might be a good idea, to be fair. So maybe that's what I'm going to try next time as well. Try to switch it up a little bit. I still think the situation there in that game was hopeless, to be fair. Like, I'm not going to change my opinion on that. If the early game and stuff goes as it did on that map, we will die, because there was just way too much stuff. And I'm saying this from my perspective, where I always feel like miracles should be possible. Like, you can out-micro people and etc, etc. That game, like, no one could have out-microed that, okay? I'm telling you guys, not the best Protoss player in the world and me and an Archon combined would have out-microed him in that spot. So that's how I feel about that situation. Now I'm going to be going for the Proxy Stargate here, trying to expand on pretty much the build that we invented last time, right? Where we go for... actually, I should have chrono boosted my probes one more time. I don't really want to chrono boost these at depths. Where I go for like one proxy oracle into the expand, and then we'll go for the mothership later on. I'm a little scared for this game just because I know my opponent here. Like, I know that my opponent is a pretty hardcore cheeser. If I would have to imagine, there is... Let's see. Let's make a hardcore prediction. There's a robotics facility going down right here. Okay, there's a robotics facility right there. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know how well I'm gonna do with this freaking, you know, Mothership Rush build. I might have to play the defender for a bit. I could make a battery too. Yeah, I think I'm gonna make one Stalker, one Oracle, and then if I see that he has no natural, I'll start adding batteries. Yo, this is a pretty nice start here, actually. Gonna get a decent amount of damage on those. I should be able to kill that one adept here at least. There we go. That's gonna die. I don't have my unit ready here, actually. That's a little bit of a mistake by me. I'm considering making a battery in the main as well. Let's see. I guess I'll just attack that for now. For some reason, I'm really convinced it's a robo. I should really be careful here because this could just be a Stargate as well. But I'm really convinced that it's a robo for some reason. He doesn't even have to be proxying me. Okay, so there's 2 stalkers over here. I'm not going to go into the main base because it's probably walled off. Yeah, I think I'm going to switch it up and just make a battery on the high ground here, to be fair. I think I like that idea a bit more. And I'm very, you know... I'm not quite sure if scouting here is the good idea, but I'm just very curious to see if I'm right or not. So I'm going to set my adepts exactly to where I predicted the proxy robo would be. And then let's see if this Oracle can do any damage over here. There's no battery. Oh, that is beautiful. And our opponent is very angry. Oh, no, it was there. I knew it was a robo, but we did get it wrong this time. Now, normally... I wouldn't really put this into the video for the Mothership rushes, but I kind of thought this game was pretty funny, to be honest. So, hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm not going to end the video on this because I do really want to do another Mothership rush, but a little bit of a rage quit, a little bit of a relaxed salt in between. Why not, right? Let's go for game number 4. All right, the final game is going to be against a Terran. So, we got 2 Zergs, a Protoss, and a Terran player. Now, what do I not want to do against this Terran? I don't mind playing... Tempest against Terran either, but I did already play Tempest twice, and I do like to shake it up a little bit. So, you know, I wouldn't mind going for a cannon rush against Terran, but cannon rushing Terran is very difficult. So before I do that, I'll probably want to at least study the map a little bit so I know, you know, where to put my pylons and stuff. Obviously, I'm going to be harassing super fast with my probe. Let's see. I guess we'll just go for the Stargate. Oh, I remember one thing that I wanted to experiment with. Is going for Phoenixes. Like, I feel like I've used like every Stargate unit in these, but Phoenixes, I've only used them once, and or maybe twice, and I really sucked with them. Actually, I think that really miracle victory that we had with like me force fielding under the orbital so the opponent couldn't land it to scan. I'm pretty sure that was a Phoenix. Yeah, that was a Phoenix game, and it was a freaking disaster, so that's not a great track record, but I guess we'll see. Gonna start attacking this worker as always. Can I reach it, please? There we go. Oh, he's putting 2 workers. Well done. That is an adequate response. If I can do a little bit of damage here to the SCVs. Don't want to be running... If you run around with your probe on full shields when attacking a Terran, you're doing it wrong, guys. You need to use those shields. Get some free damage in. Every hit you do is like 0.1% mental damage. Keep that in mind, guys. Very, very important percentage there. Now, I am going to make the Nexus before my core. Maybe I guess I'm just feeling a little crazy today. There we go. Gonna get 1 more damage. And we're out of shields again. Oh, I do want to make the core before making another probe. We are playing against a double gas again. I'm not quite sure what episode it was that we... Maybe it was in the Dark Templar episode that I did. I'm not 100% sure, but we played against a bunch of Terrans that didn't go for a double gas. And that was kind of unusual. I could probably get in here. Yeah, he's gonna let me in. Hey, very nice. Okay, he's gonna lock me in, but I kind of want to be locked in here because that's gonna help me annoy him more. So him going for a reactor first is very notable. This could mean that he's gonna go for some kind of Cyclone-based play. And I don't mind playing against it, but I need to be a little more... I think I need to do the right response. I don't think I can just YOLO it. I'm gonna make 1 adept only to scout. Okay, well, he's not switching them over anyway yet, so he's gonna go for Marines first. See, I'm going to send this, and then I'm still going to make this target. I wouldn't recommend it normally against Cyclones to go for, or potential, like, reactor Cyclone, I should say. Against normal Cyclones is fine, but against potential fast 1-base reactor Cyclones, you probably don't want to go for the Stargate. But I'm going to do it anyway. I guess the only way to learn is to get owned by something, and then we'll know. I mean, ideally, we don't get owned, but it is what it is. Now, obviously, for my build here, I have to end up making a fast Mothership. I mean, I could open with a Twilight first, but that's going to make it so freaking complicated to get a Mothership going, right? So I think I was going to go for this anyway. But I guess Phoenix Stalker should be a decent counter anyway. Now, this is why I want the Adept, is so I can see what building is on the reactor. Oh, it looks like it's still the barracks. Okay, so we're not going to be playing as Mass Cyclone at least. That is something that's nice. I'm going to be chrono boosting my Phoenixes, and then... Yeah, I guess I'll add a 3rd gas right away. So I can afford a fleet beacon a little faster. I think that makes a lot of sense. Now, I really feel like if I get this strategy optimized, it really could be a pretty good strategy. Like the Phoenix into the Mothership, in theory, it sounds good. I don't know if I can make it work in practice. Like, it really depends on how much gas you have at different times and whatnot. So I guess we're just going to have to learn. over time by playing it. Okay, there's a medevac. Let's see what's inside it. I want to say that it could be, yeah, exactly. It could be 6 Marines in a mine. That's what I was going to say because I saw him make that many widow mines. I don't have any detection. You know what? I don't want to make a robo. I think I'm going to make a forge instead. Let's see if we can find it. Okay, there we go. If he just wants to attack with that, I can just attack with all my units. Like, I don't have to be worried about it if he's going to move across like this. And here we go. Oh, this is going to be pretty annoying for him, I think. You might end up losing these units here, guys. See? Oh, can I lift that real fast? There we go. I'm going to be able to lift it. That's nice. And then my stalkers can just kite his units forever. Yeah, this is a very annoying start for him. Looks like we're heading or going up against a tank push. I'm just going to be starting... what's it called? Starting some extra batteries here. This is what you always want to do with stalkers, by the way. No matter what, you always want to kill 3 units along the road. That is a little bit of a bad supply block, I have to admit. And now what I can do is I can just stand here in battery range and it's going to be really good for us here. Let's see. Well, I do want to kill that Liberator first, I think, because the Liberator will definitely deal some serious damage. Then I'm going to target the tank. He is going to try to kill my Phoenixes slowly. Then I'm going to go back to the battery. And it looks like we're going to be completely fine here. I'm going to make my fleet beacon now. Do I still make cannons? I don't really know. Definitely looking pretty good so far here, guys, with the Phoenix opening. Now, what do I want to do as follow-up? I'm not quite sure about it yet, to be honest. Okay, so there's another tank there. I don't have a battery overcharge anymore. Keep that in mind. Let's see. Gonna wait for another Phoenix. Yeah, this attack is not... I don't think it's 100% all-in, but it's definitely pretty committed. So, let's see. Is he gonna move forward? If I can get the medevac, that'd be pretty huge as well. Just trying to snark around with these. I only have 1 gateway, by the way, guys. So, it's really not like I have a lot of... I guess that's the downside of doing a Mothership rush. Who would have thought? It looks like we are... No. I don't want to do this yet, actually. I think I'll go for a Void Raid then. Maybe some Zealots could be nice as well. I mean, I do still have battery healing. As long as I have battery healing, we are going to be able to get some outplays going. Where the hell are you going? You guys see that Phoenix is taking off? Okay, that is about to die, by the way. Like, that pylon is in trouble. Let's see. I'm going to try to get some free damage every chance I get. Now these batteries are still powered, so we don't have to worry about it. It is going to get pretty tough. I think I'm going to make a Mothership from here. I feel like if I made it from there, I'd be pretty freaking crazy to do that, to be honest. I'm going to keep building batteries further and further back. I finally have a Void Ray, which is really important here. Oh, I could have killed that medevac. That's unlucky. Or not unlucky. It was just bad by me, to be honest. I need to be honest here, guys. Can't be making stuff up here. Okay, let's see. Do I want to fight right away? Like, the battery overcharge is doing a lot for me, but I still need to be quite careful. Let's get 2 extra gateways. I can always go for a base raid here, by the way. Like, a base raid wouldn't be the craziest idea. By the way, by the amount of units he has now I think it is actually an all-in. I didn't really believe that it was 100% all-in before, but now I think it is. Like, I feel like he probably doesn't have an expansion behind this. You know why it's hard to tell? The reason why it's hard to tell is because my build is ridiculous. Like, I don't really know how much I'm supposed to have compared to him because I'm playing freaking Mothership Rush, you know? Like, that's the thing here. Now, I am going to have that Mothership. I wouldn't be surprised if he's not going to... Wait, if he wants to fight here, I can... Oh, that's a little bit too far away. Ugh, that was so close to me being able to kill a couple of Marines for free. I don't know if he has a scan or not. Like, this is going to be very risky. I'm kind of tempted to just go for the base trade instead, to be fair. Maybe it's a little smarter to just fight. Yeah, I think we're going to fight here. Here we go. Let's see. Is he going to have that? Okay, I'm going to put a timer up. He did the scan instantly, but now... Oh, the units are in the timer. That's going to make it so good for me. Yo, I think I have too much air here for him, guys. I don't think he can beat these. His scan ran out. Look at that. His scan ran out. And the Mothership is going to be able to do all the work here. Oh, my goodness. That is beautiful. And then I'm just going to double expand behind it instantly. I don't even think that I should be... do I have another ability? I don't think I do. These stalkers are just here to confirm that I'm gonna win the fight, because he's gonna stay with his tanks. Like, he's gonna lose anything. I think I can even cancel that Void Ray and build a carrier behind it. And because of the Mothership, we actually freaking held this. That is crazy. The Motherships do a lot of damage, by the way. Like, they're really not the weakest unit ever. Like, they do a lot of damage. They have the cloaking field. They protected, you know, the freaking... what's it called? The freaking Void Rays with the cloak block and with the time warp. And now, exactly, my opponent did not expand, and I think we're actually gonna do it with the freaking... I can't believe that we held that. I feel like there must be a lot of Protoss player watching like, ha, he's dead. uThermal is stupid Protoss build, you know? GG fun challenge, GG. There we go. Thank you, my friend. And oh my goodness, that was a tight one, all right? I mean, the follow-up definitely... I mean, he did have a command center, to be fair. He did make a command center after. The follow-up was definitely going to go our way because I don't think he could have dealt with the Mothership, the Void Rays, and the carriers coming up, especially with the double expansion and the 6 freaking batteries that I had behind us. But I had to sweat for this one. This was a very difficult game, and this is the game I wanted to end on, not the last one where we won with a freaking Oracle and our opponent rage quit a little bit. That's not the game. This is the game I wanted to end on. A really, really cool hold against a Terran all-in. That was beautiful. Shout out to the opponent as well for the good manners. For you guys, hope you guys really enjoyed this episode. It was a bit of a weird one, I feel like. It was kind of all over the place, but it is what it is. If you enjoyed it, give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, and then see y'all for the next one. Adios.